we're live. Anyway, hi everybody. How are you today? Um, it is 8:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Morrow, Georgia. But today is day 12. Yes, I made it to 12. Although I'm still behind. I think we're on 16, 15 or 16. I'm not sure. But anyway, today's topic is um, a fun fact about my company or myself, and it could be a someone embarrassing moment or a learning moment for me. And this is gonna be all of that. So, fun fact is, if you know, oh well, you're watching me, so you know. So, my company is Paddlefoot Dolls, or Paddlefoot's Dolls and Things, and Paddlefoot is me. My uncle gave me that name when I was like what, one, going on two, learning how to walk, and my little pigeon toe feet and my knock knees. He thought that was cute. He named me Paddlefoot. So fast forward in school, high school specifically, whenever you had to have a nickname or whatever, I was Paddlefoot, so people knew that. They didn't know why. They just knew I called myself Paddlefoot, which okay, fine. Fast forward, um, so that was I graduated in '82. So fast forward 11 years, 1993. I'm working graveyard. I'm living with this guy, and we're fighting all day, and I'm drinking while we fighting. I got some Cavassier. I got chasing it back with Big Mouth Mickey's, and I have no intention of going to work. But when I called in, my lead was like, if you don't come to work, you're going to get written up. I'm like, but I didn't tell I've been drinking, but I haven't been asleep. I'm tired. I don't care. If you don't come to work, we're going to write you up. So, what am I going to do? So I take a shower, I get dressed, and I head to work. Now, work was about 30 minutes away, and I took a big old glass of water that I had a little cup holder. Had me this 1973 neon green Fiat with the stick in the floor and the little wooden ball. I love that car. Love that car. But I'm driving to work. I'm cool. I'm not speeding. I'm not wobbling. I'm good. But I guess they saw me pick the cup up and drink, and they were next to me and they dropped behind me, turned the lights on, pulled me over. Fast forward, I didn't pass the sobriety test. So when they're going through the car, they're like, "Hey, she had a glass. That was water she was drinking." Yeah, it was. I was cool. I was 2 exits away from being at work. Okay, fine. Go to jail. Spend the night. They let me go the next morning. I'm like, oh my God, I got a DUI. I got a DUI. I was 29 years old. Okay, so the moral of the story, besides don't drink and drive, don't be stupid. 29, I was still kind of stupid on that level. Anyway, so do my time. They let me out, and I go to court. They want $1,300 for this, $1,200 for this. I ain't got that kind of money, so basically, I went on the lam, and I avoided it. I didn't get another ticket, didn't get another DUI, still have my job, blah blah blah. And we move into this house, and they decide to sell the house. And I'm basically, I don't have no place to go, so I'm gonna go to court and see if I can get a little extra time. But oh my goodness, I can't go to court, and I know this is a warrant now, so I gotta get this fixed. So I call down, find out what I need to do. It's been 4 years. That's how long I was on the lam. And I got this really cool lady, and she was like, "Well, ma'am, I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna come down here. We're gonna be talking to you really nice at the desk, and then somebody's gonna walk up behind you, put some handcuffs on you, and take you into custody." Like, oh, I can't do that. I got a job. I got kids. She's like, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down, because you're so nice, and I can hear it in your voice. You're serious, and we all make mistakes, so I'm gonna help you. She said, "Give me a number, and I'll call you back." Give you my number. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. And I was like, okay, what do I got to lose? Give her my number. She called me back like 45 minutes later. She was like, okay, I talked to some of my friends. What you need to do is turn yourself in North County Jail in San Jose, California. You need to be there before 11 o'clock because this person gets off work at 11:30, but they're going to process you through and make sure that you're on that first bus the next morning going to court. All you got to do is be here 11:30. Okay, I could do that. I could do that. So I get everything set, call my uncle because I'm leaving my car at his house. Can he give me a ride? Yeah. Now my uncle with his little cute self. This man used to wear Stacy's when he cut the grass. That's how cool he was. Okay, but he's he'll give me okay, niece. Da, 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 da. So we're riding in his. I think he had a Mercedes. I don't remember what car he had, but it was a nice car. So he's taking me, turning me in. It's like quarter to nine, 8:30, quarter to nine, and we're driving down the freeway. And at that time, I didn't know what he hit because the car went kabloom, and I was, oh, okay. And he's like, "What kind of bird don't fly?" Like, what? Uncle, what are you talking about? What kind of bird don't fly? So I'm thinking he hit a bird, but no, it was a pothole. But what kind of bird don't fly? And I'm like, I don't know, Uncle, what kind of jailbird, dummy, jailbird. Like I'm 80 years old. I ain't never had to okay, I don't want to hear that. But thank you. Let's go. Let's get this over with. So we get there, give him my ID, give him all my personal effects, and we sit down. And like somebody will be right with you. As soon as my butt hit the couch, this alarm went off. Like, oh, shoot, what is that? So we wait a little while, and I go to the desk because now it's been like an hour. Like, are they taking me? What's going on? And they said that somebody committed suicide. So the jail is now on lockdown. And I'm like, but wait. And now it's like 10:15, and I got to be in by 11 for this person to put me where I'm going to be to go to court first thing in the morning. Like, what the heck? What do you mean somebody committed suicide? Okay, that's them. I need to get in here. So they're like, well, you have to wait, because everything's on lockdown. So I go sit back down with Uncle, and Uncle's like, well, there's the door. I can take you back home. And I'm like, Uncle, but they got on myself. He said, no. But they didn't come get you. You're still free. You can. Uncle, stop. Fast forward, it was like 11:15 when they finally let me in. But whoever I was supposed to meet had passed it on to these people that I was coming and that I was in the lobby and I had been there on time, blah, blah, blah. So they didn't lock me down to the bench, but I spent the night there for the most part because they had to wait till they had enough people to go to this facility. So it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning when they finally transport me to where I'm going to be. And when I got there, I'm still like, oh my God, I'm in jail. 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 But I got there and everything was quiet. Everything was clean. And they showed me where my pod was, which was upstairs. And I get in my pod, I lay down and go to sleep because, okay, now about 4 hours, they should be calling my name to go to court. Well, I fell asleep, and when I woke up, it was all this noise going on. So I was tired because I had worked that night before. But anyway, I woke up, all this noise, all these people are talking. And oh, shoot. So there was one lady next to me. I asked her, I said, my name is such and such. Did they call my name? She's like, well, I don't remember hearing that name. Okay, fine. So I'm sitting there waiting. And I go downstairs, and I remember from movies, don't drop the soap. And I'm looking around. These people are scary, right? Like, okay, no, it's just, hi, how you doing? Go right back to your pod. Sit on that pod. I never left that pod the whole time. Okay, so fast forward, they finally called my name at like 1 o'clock. And I'm like, damn, okay, what's going to happen now? So, um, meanwhile, a lot of these people were regulars, like 18, well, not just regular. They come regularly and then they got a lot of time, like 18 months, 9 months, 6 months. The one lady who was right next to me, who was an alcoholic. mm, I wasn't an alcoholic, but she was. And she was known. This was like her 8th trip. And she was just walking down the street. They saw her. She was drunk. They brought her in. So I talked to her. She's about the only one I really talked to. She was an older lady. Anyway, everybody else, or I know you from something. And they're talking, not talking to me, they're talking to each other. I know you from somewhere. Did you use the cop from such and such and such? So did you used to buy from the drug man and they named the street, the address, the whole bit. Another lady had stabbed a cop. Another lady had shot her boyfriend. Another lady had robbed a bank. I mean, these are the people that were surrounding me. So that was all the more reason I needed to stay on my pod. Oh, please, Lord, come on, come on. So they called my name and they pretty much called everybody's name that was in that area with me. And it was about 20 of us. And we had to go sit in this holding cell. So me trying to stay away from I don't know anybody. I'm gonna sit all the way back in the back in this corner by myself, be to myself, just wait, do my time, get my time when I get on the bus, go to court, go home. This is all I'm thinking, right? Okay, I hear this voice. I'm so and so and so. I'm not gonna take this, and you better not do this. I mean, she's just barking out these orders, and I'm like, oh my goodness, let me not have to talk to this woman. So I'm and when she walked in, I'm looking everywhere but at her. And then she starts walking in my direction. Mind you, I'm the only one all the way in the back, in the corner. And she walks directly to the aisle that I'm sitting on. And she says, you, outside. Me? Okay, yes, ma'am. So I go. We're standing in the hallway and she's looking at me and okay. So what's your name? I told her my name. And she said some other things I don't remember. And I was, yes, sir. I mean, yes, ma'am. And she said, yeah, I mean, yes, ma'am. And then she said, you don't remember me, do you? And I'm like, no, ma'am. And she's like, your name is Paddlefoot. And I'm like, yes, ma'am. She said, I gave you that name. I said, no, ma'am. I mean, no, sir. No, you didn't. And she said, yes, I did. I called you that in high school. And you don't remember me, huh? For the life of me, I don't. But I know you didn't give me that name. So she was like, well, it's Rita, girl, Rita. And suddenly she, girl, what's Rita? I'm like, Rita who? She said, Rita. I won't say her last name, but she said, well, it's Rollins now, because that's what her stand said. I said, oh my God. Oh my God. And she said, yeah. What you doing in here? And I told her. She said, well, you should have called. I could have stopped all this, but now you're in the system. You got to go through it, blah, 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 blah. So we chit-chat for a minute. And then she's like, well, go back in there. And I'll go back in there, and the bank robber, the cop stabber, the shatter boy, all these people is looking at me like I'm a snitch. No. No. I went to high school with her. I ain't seen her since 1982. I ain't seen her in 10, 11 years. I swear to God. I swear. I went sat back in my little corner. And when they called our names, they handcuffed us and shackled us to each other and put us on that bus that you can't see out the windows. Fast forward, make it to court. Judge is like, because I had the money. I had like $1,200 because that's what I knew I owed. Okay, because I'd done the classes, I just hadn't done the fine. Okay, so the judge is like, everybody, no, 7 months, 18 months. And I'm like, oh God, please, Lord, please. Anyway, get to me. And they're like, well, Miss Pounds, blah, blah, blah. I said, yes. You do this, yes. Yes. And your fine is such and such. I say, yes, and I have it to pay today. It's like, well, ma'am, that's good for you. After all these years, I don't want your money. I want your time. 5 days. But Your Honor, I got it. They got a job. He said 5 days. They shackle me back up, take me back home. That 5 days, fast forward, turned into just a weekend because I was a good person, so I got um, good behavior. But those were the longest 2 days of my life. They did have a library, some actually decent books, most of which I had read before. I read them all again. Fast forward, I get out, and for the next 3 or 4 days, all I could say is, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. My kids and my mom was tired of hearing that, but I was free. And from that day to maybe 2013, I never had another run in, not a ticket, I definitely have never been behind some doors to go clang and clang, never. But my last run in was right before I moved to Georgia. And I'll make this real short and sweet because it's funny. And laughter, embarrassing moment, funny. I covered all those. But this time, I had a friend I used to vend with, Miss Heather, if you see this. And we were going to, I forget where we're going. She didn't drive, so whenever we vended together, which was a lot, I picked her up and we went on about our business. This is like 6 o'clock one Saturday morning. Got the music blasting, going to the path through the path. I had rollers in my hair because I'm not gonna take my hair down until we get there and get set up. Otherwise, it'll right. So I got rollers in my hair, blasting music. And she got coffee, Danish. We doing it. We kicking it, laughing, talking, listening to music, grooving. And I didn't notice that I was doing 95 miles an hour. Well, almost 95. It was definitely over 90. And just as we went over this hill, and mind you, I technically wasn't speeding because everybody next to me was doing the same speed limit. I was keeping up with the flow of traffic, but I was in the fast lane. They weren't. So who does he pull over that hill? And there you go. He right behind me, pull me over. Yes, officer. Mind you, remember I tell you that road's in my head. So he's like, well, you know why I pulled you over? I think because I was going a little fast. He's like, a little fast? I clocked you at 93. Okay. I didn't realize I was, Anyway, he's like, okay, well, I'm only going to put it down at 80. And because 15 miles or whatever over it, then that's a whole nother level. Okay. Thank you, sir. So he goes back to write the ticket. Mind you, I'm taking rollers on my hair. So when he comes back to give me the ticket, I'm not the same person anymore. And they looked like this, did they switch seats? No, she don't drive. It's still me. I just took the rollers out my head. He wrote me a ticket. We went on about our business. We had a wonderful time. But so don't drink and drive and don't speed on a Saturday morning at 6 o'clock with rollers in your head. So that's my funny. That's my embarrassing. And that is day 12 of the 30-day wealth challenge. And I'll probably be back a little bit later to do day 13, I think, because that's a little shorter one and it's kind of a lot easier than the embarrassing moment. But if I don't see you later, peace and blessings. See you tomorrow. I told you it was gonna get sick of me. I might be behind, but I'm coming back for you.